In this video, Professor Fergus discusses the differences between social enterprises in the global North and South. What differences would you expect?
So the difference between the global North and the South is very interesting. I mean, to a large extent, it goes back to some things I've always been saying, and through our research, is that a social enterprise, wherever they are, they need to have a very good social objective and a very good business behind it as well. And that's the case wherever you are. We've been doing some work both in Africa and in Asia as well. And there, again, we find these amazing businesses are doing amazing social objectives as well. In the South, some of the key differences might be the smaller role of the state as a sort of the size of it and the investment. So some of those opportunities can be limited. Also, the regulatory environment is different. There can be to a certain extent, weaker institutions, as many businesses might have to rely on issues more on personal trust and personal relationships, where contracts are less easy to sort of develop. But on the other hand, they might find sort of stronger institutions and stronger regulation, particularly where there's regulation on NGO and civil society activity. So we find that around the world as well. But we do find as well that there are these growing some market opportunities. And that's why, for example, in work in Bangladesh, we're finding where people could, one social enterprise had found there's a great role for using rickshaws as advertising. And so they could do that to find ways of using rickshaws for advertising, getting money back to the rickshaw owners, and then linking that to sort of art on the rickshaws, becoming a commodity in itself and selling that internationally as well. So being quite entrepreneurial, but finding these little niches, particularly in many countries, there are opportunities that aren't exploited yet.